Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to my overview of the February 15th base game update. I'm going to touch on what's new, what was fixed, how it compares to the laundry list, what the mod impact was, and also any new issues since the update. I'm going to start with what's new. I have the update notes on the screen as well as the update versions of the game. And to start with, we got that new wedding venue lot type, which is where one of the bugs is. And we also got some new music, and including the fact that the World Station is now available for everyone. It had 4 new songs added to it, but any songs that were in there before will be part of their original pack. So you'll only get to hear those if you had the original pack, which honestly, I don't remember what pack that came with. If you know, let me know in a comment down below. We also got the love song that was featured in the My Wedding Stories trailer available for everybody, so you can listen to it there on the Romance Station. Now, what else is new is that we got some new Create-A-Sim items. We got a new bindi, a toddler full body swimsuit, and French tip nails. And they also updated 10 items with a variety of new colors spanning all ages and genders. You can see the written details there on the screen. Those are all base game except for the dress for children is from the free holiday pack. And there you can see the bindi and the French tip nails. And there are the 5 female dresses that were amended. So here are the new bindi. There are 15 total swatches, plus there are sliders, though if you are on at least PlayStation, possibly console, I've heard there is an issue with using makeup sliders and that you should avoid them because it can cause issues. If I can find the link to the bug report, I will link it down below. And now we can also see the new nails, and there are 18 swatches for that, which you can see there up on the screen. Now for the rest of the ones, the toddler suit we'll see at the end, the swimsuit, but for the rest, I actually went into my version of the game that wasn't updated and got some video clips because I wanted to see how many we had. So you could see there this particular dress had 9 swatches to begin with, and now it has 24. Obviously the 9 that were there are still included in the 24, but that's still quite a big increase. And I like some colors more than others across all of them, but that's just the way it is. So this wedding dress had 9 colors before the update, as you can see here. And then after, it had, let's see, waiting for it to come up, had 22 swatches. And that's where you definitely, the few of this and then the mermaid dress, there's a few that I'm not as fond of, but there's some that I like quite a lot. And now there's the mermaid dress. So it had 7 swatches before the update. So this and the one we just saw were the ones that generally the game would automatically put your Sims in when they were getting married, was what I found. And now we have 21 swatches of that dress. So they've increased it quite a lot from what we had previously. There's quite a few color combinations and whatnot that have been added to it. Now this little dress is, there were 5 colors of it, so not very many. And it had a similar dress there. It didn't get any more swatches, but that particular one now has 20 swatches. So again, quite the increase. I noticed with some of the clothes, like there's a toddler pantsuit, short suit, and it had quite a few swatches already, and it has more, but not as many. And now this little one is actually not a formal dress. You can find it in everyday or hot weather, and it had 9 swatches to start with, as you can see indicated here, and it now has 24 swatches. So that is quite a jump. And when I'm making base game Sims in particular, I use this dress quite a lot, so it'll be nice to have the variety of colors. Now for the men's, there was 2 suit jackets, and this one had 7 swatches before I should say, and it now has 20 before. I was trying to zoom in a little bit on the actual where you could see all the number of swatches here because it's only a jacket. And then the second one, it had 8 before, and so you can see the different colors that were there to begin with. And of course, he's magical. It's always doing that, but that game has been updated now, so this was all I have. So, and this one has 21, quite a big variety of colors, and I can definitely see me using quite a lot of those new colors that we got with both of the male jackets in the game. They'll come in very handy. Now, for the little suit for the boys, there was 5 of those, or 5 colors of that, and now we have 13 colors. And they just call it a child suit, and this is actually a little girl that it's on because she's a tomboy. And also, I only had a little girl in that particular save, but it looks quite nice on her. And then here's what the toddler's suit, we had 12 colors before, so there was a fair amount of colors for this little one. He's so cute, so adorable on him. And now we're going to move in and segue. We have 20 new colors. So, well, not 20 new colors. We have 20 colors now. So we have 8 new colors. So, but still, that's quite a nice change, and it'll be very handy. There's some really cute ones there. And now this little dress is the one that comes in the holiday free pack, and there were 7 of them. And this particular dress with the new swatches, which there are 16, you can see there that it doesn't show the color for about half of them. I actually did a bug report for that. I will link that down below. So if you see that, go add a me too to that bug report, and maybe they'll fix it. And now the most cute thing, this little one-piece swimsuit for the toddlers is so adorable, and I really, really like that. It's maybe one of my favorite things in the update, but like all of the new colors. So, well, I like a lot of the new colors, I should say. But this is just really adorable. And so now the other thing we got is we got some more swatches for the wedding arches. That we had 2 base game ones, and there were 4 for one and 3 for the other, in terms of the swatches that we had in the first place. Again, I went into my laptop, I had it, and I hadn't updated it, so I went and got these pictures. And now we have 15 of both of the different ones, both of them. So they both have 15, whereas before we had 4 and we had 3. So you can see those colors, and you can obviously see those colors in your game. And as I may have said, I can't recall, you won't see that this is new for anything. It's just gonna be there. In this case, it makes more sense because it just has swatches of something that was already there, but even if it had been a brand new thing, it wouldn't. Now, they said that this pergola had more swatches, but I went back and looked at a video overview I did when this was released, and we had 12 swatches then, and we have 12 swatches now. So unless they mean some other pergola that I just couldn't find, I don't really know. Now, on to the bug fixes. So you can see this is for Sims 4, i.e. the base game bug fixes. And I did take a look at everything on the bug list, bug fixes, versus the laundry list. And there was a lot more actually fixed than was on the laundry list. So yay for that. But the one thing that they didn't fix that was on the laundry list, or they didn't fix fully and is actually still showing as an outstanding one, is they said that we were going to have when you went in and out of build mode, from live to build mode, that lag would be fixed. But instead, we got this line here: improved performance when switching from live to build mode in certain cases. So that actual bug report is still open. I can link it down below, but that had been on the laundry list, and it was only essentially a partial fix. And then you can see some of the other ones, and I will link to this below. I'm just sort of showing this to get a feel for how many bug fixes there were. I know one thing with Eco Lifestyle is that it would look like the world was underwater when you went in from, managed worlds, or I think through build mode. I noticed it when going in from managed worlds. When that is fixed, I actually checked it, and the bug report is closed. And then you can see some more fixes there that had to do with some of the other packs and kits. Now, as for the mods, the impact on mods was actually a lot less than I expected. You can see here the big list of what was confirmed as fine, the clips I got just as I was recording this. Of course, this is subject to change. I will actually do a blog post, and I'll have links there, and I'll have that linked down below in the description, so you can see all of that. Obviously, one of the bigger mods, MCCC, was confirmed as fine and didn't need to be updated. Now there are some mods that did break and need to be updated, or if you use those mods, you need to make sure you update them. And that some Little Miss Sam mods. There's the color sliders for hair and clothes, which I think I forgot to mention. It was there in the notes that now you can set fiance when you create your Sims. And that particular one, I think, was causing an issue where you wouldn't see it, would be blank. But I think there might be other ones too. And then UI cheats and the more columns in CAS by Weird Besu were both broken, but they have both been updated. So if you use those, you can go get them. They've already been fixed. Yay for that. You can see that UI cheats there on the screen here. But like I said, I will make sure I link so you can get that. If you are having any problems after and you know it's not caused by your mods, which the only way to know what's not caused by your mods is to take your mods out of your game. Repair your game in Origin if you haven't done so already to see if that helps. If you're actually on console, you obviously don't have that option, but what I have heard is if you totally turn off your console, leave it off for a few minutes and turn it back on, that can help. But there is a post on EA Answer headquarters about how to troubleshoot on console, and I will make sure that's linked also. Now, I did allude to this before, but wedding venues are not being listed as a location when you plan a wedding event. So when you actually plan a wedding event, if you have a lot in your world, because of course, if you do not have the pack, which of course is being delayed, released to next week, there are no wedding venues that come in the world. You have to actually either change a lot to be a wedding venue or place a wedding venue in the world. Otherwise, it's not going to show up. So I changed one of my lots to be a wedding venue, and it met. I've had weddings there in the past, and it did not show up. And there is a bug report there, and I actually did a little video, which is unlisted, but I linked on the response to this bug report that I can show that it doesn't show up, and I show a screenshot of the one that I had placed in the world. So if you are seeing that, I suggest you go over and add a Me Too to this bug report also. Now, the other thing that I had reported on last week was there was a bug report for the SDX with respect to the new meals that came with last week's SDX, which there was an SDX that came this week, which I've heard had to do with the meals. And that was, but nothing really confirmed. But I know it wasn't the Swatches. They definitely came in the game update. And if you use the Cottage Living Lot Challenge, or the Simple Living Lot Challenge that comes with Cottage Living, you don't see those new foods, or you didn't see any of the new foods last week. After this week's update / SDX, you can see the Asian / Korean foods, but you still can't see the Brazilian foods. With the Simple Living Lot Challenge, you can see them. If you don't use that challenge, you will see them if you're at the appropriate levels for skill levels for the foods. So I have a bug report for that. It's, like I said, partially fixed, but still open because you can't see them all. And I will make sure I link to all the bug reports that I've mentioned down below. Let me know in a comment down below what your favorite thing from the update was. I think for me, as I mentioned before, it's the one-piece toddler swimsuit, though I'm very happy to get all the new color swatches in the game. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!